Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by mineral explorer Panther Metals, ASX code PNT. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the Managing Director of Panther Metals, Dan Tuffin. Hi Dan.
Hi, how you going?
Good. Now, since its IPO late last year, Panther Metals has been developing a grab bag of walk-up drill targets at its precious and base metal assets in WA and the Northern Territory. The company is a spin-out of London-based parent company Panther Metals plc and has initially been focusing on developing its Red Flag and Coglia nickel and cobalt projects near Laverton in WA, the latter of which hit the headlines recently with some decent nickel and cobalt drill intersections. Okay, Dan, firstly, is Coglia a laterite or a sulphide nickel play, and what sort of exploration target, if any, have you wrapped around it at this stage?
Yeah, so it's predominantly a nickel play with some great cobalt upside. We've wrapped an initial exploration target around about 30 to 50 million tonnes at a range of 0.6 to 0.8% nickel and 400 to 600 parts per million of cobalt.
Is it laterite or sulphide?
Predominantly laterite, but we are finding some potential sulphide sniffs underneath.
Okay, so you just wrapped up the initial phase of drilling at Coglia. How did you go? What were the best numbers?
Yeah, we've hit some really astounding numbers. We started drilling within 6 days of listing on the ASX, and it's returned some really great numbers early on, including 21 metres at 1.2% nickel, quite thick nickel intercepts, peaks at 3% nickel, and the cobalt as well. We've hit some really great cobalt numbers there, including peaks at 3160 ppm at cobalt. So some really astounding stuff. Thick nickel zones, thick mineralisation with supporting cobalt credits.
Actually, I want to just focus on that cobalt for a minute. For the uninitiated, how good are those grades?
Really good. 500 to 600 ppm cobalt as a credit is something that's sought after. Some of these grades are in excess of 3,000 parts per million.
What did you learn about the project geologically from the latest campaign?
We learnt that there's probably a fair extension to the current exploration target. We had extended zones to the east, and we're finding additional depth. Prior drilling programs were ending in mineralisation or not drilling deep enough. So we think we're actually onto something quite large here, and we're looking to let the market know in the next month or so. Once the assays come in, we'll take it to a new resource estimate.
Glencore's Murrin nickel cobalt mine isn't far away. Is there any opportunity to toll treat it there, do you think?
Oh, there's always opportunity. I can't speak on behalf of them, but we're 70 kilometres away from them, and they're currently developing a project 15 kilometres south of us. So we'll have better grades, thicker grades, and they'll have to drive past us. So we'll see. Dan
Tuffin from Panther Metals, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears today. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should, of course, seek independently. I'm Matt Birney, and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB and 3AW websites and click the Public Companies tab.